The last thing you would expect when you trip over a groundhog's burrow is to find a 19,000-year-old prehistoric shelter. This is exactly what happened to Albert Miller in 1955. Miller was a lifelong farmer who had an interest in history, environmental stewardship, and photography. One day, Albert Miller was walking on his family's 600-acre property in Avella, Pennsylvania, when he stumbled over a groundhog's burrow. While some people may have looked past this, Albert investigated and found flint flakes near the opening. He had a hunch that there may be something greater within the hole, so he ran to his house, grabbed a shovel, and began to dig. This led to the discovery of a flint knife. Believing that there may be more, he decided to cover up the hole and contact professionals. He ended up turning to Dr. Phil Jack from California University of Pennsylvania. They decided that they did not have the resources to fully understand what the site was, so they agreed to wait for the right opportunity. 18 years later, Dr. Phil Jack had heard that Dr. James Adavasio from the University of Pittsburgh was looking for a project for the anthropology program. Planning for it to be a regular dig site, Adavasio and his team began to dig. They did not expect to unearth the oldest site of human habitation in North America. The excavation revealed the lifestyle of the Miller Complex people. They found artifacts dating back to about 19,000 years ago. Knowing that this rock shelter was an enormous part of history, Albert Miller knew that it had to be preserved. In 1978, Miller was able to help add the Meadowcroft rock shelter to the National Registry of Historic Places. He also was able to extend his pre-existing museum to include findings from the shelter using the money he earned through raising and selling racehorses. Due to the success and impact of Meadowcroft, Albert Miller's photography career took off. He ended up taking over 14,000 photos total. However, only 16 are currently on display in the Miller Museum. If it wasn't for Albert Miller's curiosity, this shelter may have remained hidden, just out of reach.